guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing swatches with you from the Glam Polishes The Slayer collection. This collection was inspired by the TV show Buffy The Vampire Slayer. There are 6 vampy jellies with multi-chrome flakies and iridescent glitters in this collection. The full set of 6 will retail for $64.80 for the first 96 hours, and then after that it will go to the regular price of $72. These will release Friday, September 1st at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I will link Glam Polish in the description box below. I will also link their Instagram page as well as my Instagram page where I will have more swatches of this collection. And I did have a regular intro. I actually have no idea what happened to it, so I am going old school style and leaving my face out of this one, so I hope that is okay. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first polish is called I May Be Dead, But I'm Still Pretty, and this is described as a Merlot red jelly polish with shifting multi-chrome flakies, shifting iridescent glitter, and a fine holographic micro glitter. So here is our first coat of I May Be Dead, But I'm Still Pretty. This has a perfect formula. Glam Polish to me has probably one of the best formulas that is, it's just easy to work with. It doesn't run or pull or do anything funky. I also have never had a Glam Polish that has stained me, which is kind of impressive. But here on the first coat, it is a little bit patchy and I can still see my nail line, so I am going to go in for a second coat. You do get a ton of flakies out on your brush with every nail though. You don't have to do any kind of fishing or manipulating to get them spread out evenly on the nail. So there is the second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats. These will all dry pretty textured and pretty difficult to remove because there's just so much going on in there. So you will want a nice glossy or matte top coat. I love them both ways, and on my Instagram I show them both ways, glossy and matte. So there is 2 coats. The next polish is called If the Apocalypse Comes, Beat Me, and this is described as a garnet jelly with shifting multi-chrome flakies, shifting iridescent glitter, and that same fine holographic micro glitter. So here is our first coat of If the Apocalypse Comes, Beat Me, and I don't know why I have such a difficult time saying that name, but again, this has a great formula. It's easy to use, easy to work with. This one covers very evenly here on this first coat. It is just a little bit sheer and it is a little bit lighter than it is in the bottle. So I am going to go in for a second coat, but again, you get a ton of these flakies and glitters out on each nail without having to do any fishing or shaking or bottle upside down or manipulation or anything special to it. You just apply it like a regular polish. So here is the second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats. Depending on your application though, you may opt to go for a third coat, but I don't think it's necessary. With all of these though, you are going to want a good glitter eating top coat, and the top coat that I used today is actually from Glam Polish. Both the matte and the glossy top coats were from Glam Polish today. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have In Every Generation, there's a chosen one, and this is described as a forest green jelly with shifting multi-chrome flakies, shifting iridescent glitter, and fine holographic micro glitter. With this one, for some reason, on camera, it is blue. I am trying to get color accurate photos, but for some reason everything comes out more blue on camera than it is in person, but this is definitely a green jelly. So here is the first coat of In Every Generation. There is a chosen one. This is quite sheer here on the first coat. It is going to take, for me, 3 coats to build up completely, and this is the only one in the collection that I thought really needed all 3 coats. But it is totally worth it in the end. This is such a beautiful 3-dimensional look on the nail that it's just worth the 3 coats for that jelly buildup. So here is the second coat, and you can still see a flash of my nail line here on the second coat. So once again, I am going to go in for a third coat. You do get so many of these flakies out though that depending on your application and your preference, you could do a little bit of manipulation and try to cover up that nail line just a little bit more without having to do an entire third coat. But I do think that third coat is totally worth it, deepen the base color a little bit. So here is the third coat, and like I said, this one does cover for me completely in 3 coats. This one is also going to dry just like the rest of them, a little bit textured, very textured, and it is going to be a little bit difficult to remove. It also dries down to a semi-dull finish, so either way you'll want a nice top coat, glossy or matte. This looks absolutely stunning. So there is 3 coats. Next up we have The Earth is Doomed, and this is described as a navy blue jelly. It has that same shifting multi-chrome flaky, shifting iridescent glitter, and the same fine holographic micro glitter as everything else in this collection has. So here is our first coat of The Earth is Doomed. This one covers nicely here on this first coat. I feel like of all of the polishes in this collection, the formula to this one was a little bit on the sheer side. It wasn't necessarily difficult to use, but I do feel if you did a thicker first coat, it will want to run down the side of your nails. If you wear a base coat, something for the polish to grab onto, I feel like that's not going to be an issue because it stuck to itself just fine. But here is the second coat, and this one does cover for me completely in 2 coats. You do get a ton of glitter out, again, on your brush on each nail, glitter and flakies. It is going to be textured, it is going to be a little bit difficult to remove. So you will either want a peel-off base coat or pure acetone and use a glossy glitter-eating top coat. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Did We Not Put the Grrr in Girl, and this is described as an aubergine jelly with a shifting multichrome flaky, a shifting iridescent glitter, and a fine holographic micro glitter. So here's our first coat of Did We Not Put the Grrr in Girl. Once again, this has a fantastic formula. It stays right where you put it. This one doesn't want to run or pull or do anything wacky like that. I did want to reiterate that with these jelly polishes, I had absolutely no staining of any sort with any of them. You do get a ton of glitter out once again with each stroke and each dip back into the bottle. So here is the second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Again, a good glitter-eating top coat, either matte or glossy. It looks beautiful either way. And this one does dry textured, and it does dry dull, and it will be a little bit difficult to remove. So there's 2 coats. And the last polish is called What Would Buffy Do, and this is described as a boysenberry jelly, and it does have that same shifting multi-chrome flaky, shifting iridescent glitter, and the same holographic micro glitter as well. So here's our first coat of What Would Buffy Do. This is easily one of my favorites in this collection. This is so beautiful. The contrasting flakies to base in this really makes it a standout in this collection. It also has a phenomenal formula, easy to work with, doesn't run, doesn't pull. You get a ton of these flakies out with every stroke, and with there being so many flakies in each of these bottles, you would think this polish would be thicker and more difficult to work with, but it's actually just so easy. So here is the second coat, and for me this one does cover completely in 2 coats, though depending on your application I could see wanting a third coat for this. It would add a little bit more dimension, but this does match the color in the bottle. Again, it will be a little bit textured, a little bit difficult to remove. A good glitter-eating top coat, glossy or matte, looks beautiful either way. So there is 2 coats. So of these polishes, I think I May Be Dead, But I'm Still Pretty is my favorite. It just reminds me totally of the fall time, and I am so excited and ready for that season. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection, what your favorite was, if you plan on picking any of them up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.